Live cheerfully, as death is a predetermined fate for all. Fight with all your might, for all things will end one day. Time is limited, so now is always the opportunity. Leave the wailing to opera singers. Do not abandon your ideals and dreams. Do not forsake the hero within your soul. Everyone has high goals and dreams. Don't just nostalgically recall them as things of the past or of your youth. Don't give up your dreams and aspirations for self-improvement, even now. If you discard them, you'll end up mocking others or the youth who talk about them. Your heart becomes muddled with envy and jealousy. Your will to improve and conquer yourself will also be lost. To live a better life, to not belittle yourself, and never give up on your dreams and aspirations. Keep moving forward relentlessly. It's not where you come from, but where you're going that's most important. Glory is given there. What future do you aim for? How high do you aspire to go beyond the present? What path will you forge and create? Don't praise yourself by comparing yourself with those who are stuck in the past or lower in status. Don't just speak of dreams with a light heart, without any effort, content with the current situation. Keep moving forward, striving for higher places. Your pursuit lies here. Dig deep where you stand. The well lies beneath your feet. Too many youths look for what they want in distant foreign lands, not realizing it's right beneath them, a deep unexplored. What you seek is buried there, with many treasures lying dormant within you. Don't take yourself for granted. In everything you do, give your full effort and energy. This isn't just for commendable results, but to not treat yourself lightly. Half-hearted efforts and shallow tricks, stepping back and being a mere spectator, is treating yourself like a fool. You'll be unable to assign value or meaning to your work. It's like slowly killing yourself. Conquer with your own strength. Don't just fold your hands, desperately wishing for something, thinking you're entitled to receive. Receiving without effort is meaningless and cannot truly be yours. Conquer with your own strength. As we live, we inevitably face many challenges: hatred, envy, obstacles, rumors, harassment, temptations, distrust, and coldness. Some completely give in to these, losing themselves, while others use them as fuel for growth. For the latter, these hindrances are no longer poison, but steps to becoming a better person. Don't run away from the world. Here's a sincere plea. Don't fantasize about non-existent things as an escape from hating the current world and yourself, believing you've transcended reality. Remember, everything originates from this world. Religion, art, you name it. Don't forget the agent of your actions. We often hesitate, wondering if something is okay, if we should endure, eventually becoming inhibited. But remember, the actual agent of action is none other than yourself. Don't get entangled in norms, morals, and common sense. Observe firmly what you truly want to do. As you do so, what's obstructive, useless, and unnecessary will naturally disappear. You don't need to look at anyone else. Just be determined and act passionately. Dependency relies on those who have exhausted their will to live. Those who easily accept, trust, cling to, and showcase authority, thinking it's desirable, are those who have lost their creative spark. They've lost the strength to initiate or pioneer anything on their own. Authority rests on those who have exhausted their life's zest. What will you see from high places? As you keep transcending and changing yourself, you'll eventually reach a high place with a clear view like the peak of a high mountain. What do you want to see there? Will you look up at the shadow of the summit beyond the clouds, or look down at people on the ground with a triumphant smile? To climb high, here's advice for those struggling to reach the peak. During the climb, don't think about being upward bound. Don't count how many ridges and hills you've climbed. Just focus on each step. This applies not only to mountain climbers, but to anyone aspiring to reach great heights. Actions create destiny. It's not an intangible, mysterious entity. Did you act or not? Persevere to the end or give up halfway? Keep or break your promise? Flee or discard? Pick up or not? These actions create events, interweaving into the next complex tapestry of civilization. Thus, whatever happens next is a destiny you've brought upon yourself. How you act at that moment creates another fateful event. Start with respect for yourself. Don't belittle yourself as insignificant. Such thinking lowers the quality of your actions and thoughts. Start by respecting yourself, even if you haven't done anything yet, or haven't achieved any feats. If you respect yourself, you won't do evil deeds, and won't behave in a way that's scorned as a human. Transform your life, gradually approaching your ideals, and you'll become an example for others, unlocking your potential and abilities needed to realize your dreams. First, respect yourself to complete your life. If you don't find answers within yourself, you won't see the path ahead. Reading numerous books on methodologies or learning from the success strategies of famous managers or billionaires doesn't guarantee to find a method that suits oneself. This is natural. If even medication doesn't always suit an individual's constitution, it's not strange that another person's lifestyle may not suit one either. The problem lies in not being aware of one's own goals. People fail to deeply question or clearly understand why they want something, why they aspire to it, or why they choose a certain path. If one could provide a clear answer to these questions of their purpose, everything else becomes much simpler. How to proceed becomes evident, and there's no need to waste time imitating others. Your own path becomes clear, and all that's left is to walk it. Continuously renew yourself. What was once considered an absolute truth in the past might now seem incorrect. Beliefs that were once solid may now appear doubtful. Don't just bury these changes as being due to youthful ignorance or lack of depth. At that time, you needed to think and feel that way. For you then, it was the truth and conviction. Humans are constantly shedding their skin, renewing themselves, and moving towards a new life. Thus, what was needed in the past may no longer be necessary. Criticizing oneself and listening to others' criticism are ways to shed one's skin, a transformation into a new self. Love is learned. When we first hear unfamiliar music, we must bring patience, effort, and tolerance to listen to it until the end. By repeating this, familiarity grows, and gradually, the charm of the music is discovered. We unearth its deep beauty and come to love it, becoming essential to us. This isn't just about music. The same goes for love. Starting from unfamiliarity, we learn to love, whether it's loving ourselves, someone else, or something. Love is always a journey of learning. The trick to starting something new, whether it's studies, work, hobbies, or reading, is to approach it with the widest love possible. Even if there are aspects we dislike or misunderstand, we should embrace everything with the mindset of forgetting these negatives and quietly observing until the end. This allows us to see clearly what lies within and what is at its heart. The greatest arrogance. It's the desire to be loved, containing a strong inherent assertion that one deserves to be loved. Such a person sees themselves as a special being, higher than others, a unique individual fully deserving of special treatment. Instinct saves life. If we don't eat, our bodies weaken, and we eventually die. Lack of sleep can turn our bodies into a diabetic state in just 4 days. Without any sleep, we start hallucinating and eventually face death. Intelligence helps us live, but we can also misuse it. Intelligence is a convenient tool, but often we dismiss instinct as impulsive or primitive. However, instinct is crucial in saving our lives. So, could instinct be the most intellectual thing at the pinnacle of intelligence? To understand, step back. Monet's Impressionist paintings are incomprehensible up close. It's only when we step back that we see the subjects clearly. The same goes for someone in the midst of a whirlwind. When too close, it's hard to understand what's happening. But from a distance, the core issue becomes clear. This approach simplifies complexity. A thinker first uses this method to extract the main framework from tangled issues, simplifying them for easy understanding. Give yourself talent. There's no need to despair if you think you lack innate talent. If you feel you don't have it, acquire it. The content introduced earlier is derived from Nietzsche. No one wishes to regress from today. Naturally, everyone dreams of a better tomorrow. But the process is often painful. Nietzsche advises us to accept this pain willingly. The most fruitful and rich achievements come from examining the footsteps of those who have endured harsh conditions. Ask yourself whether trees that can't withstand storms and harsh weather can grow tall and strong. Consider if greatness and virtues can grow without experiencing misfortune, resistance, hatred, jealousy, stubbornness, distrust, cruelty, greed, and violence. Pain is not something to be avoided. It's essential for our training. As Nietzsche said, let's willingly accept the pain given to us and use it as a stepping stone to move forward. Life may be hard and lonely, but let's take another step and keep moving forward. Your continuous progress is supported.